Hello and welcome back to another Alliance War. It is GT40, currently rank 1, against ASR, which is currently rank 2. So in terms of the seasons, it's obviously a very, very big war. This is our chance to push pretty much well clear and hopefully just give ourselves a lot more breathing room in the way of being able to try and get war champs. So as you can see here, the team is Warlock, Quake and Magic. We're going to eventually load up into the map and we're going to move up to Path 5, which has this Nova on it. Once I get to Nova, I'm just going to sit here for a while. Unfortunately, very, very early on in this war, the battle group that I'm in actually suffered a disconnect in one of our very first fights, so it put us quite far behind and on the back foot in terms of the war overall. So you see the next day here, I'm logging in thinking, okay, I've got full energy, my path's pretty much clear, I can do all of section 1 and section 2 on one set of big boosts. Normally most people take this fight here with Nova with Dr. Doom. It's just ebb and flow, heavy attack, which is the main thing, and the heavy hitter. So the plan is with Quake here to just quake him down. Use a 6-hour boost there, use a 15% attack boost because I've got a few of them, and for the first time in probably 5, maybe 6 seasons, I'm actually using a 30% champion boost, just because that's how much we cared about this Alliance War. We really wanted to get the win, make it comfortable for ourselves. So I actually used a couple of these this war. Throwing the Mystic boosts on for the next fight. Obviously they'll have no impact for this Quake fight anyway. So ebb and flow heavy, just when I have a concussion up from the set of aftershocks expiring, just drop a heavy attack. So as you can see here, I'm just going through it. Obviously Quake fight, so I'll speed them up. So here, drop the heavy attack, the ebb and flow heavy disappears, and yeah, it's just a normal Quake fight now, normal damage, and try and get this Nova dead as quick as possible. So as you can see here, we're just moving up to this Mojo. This one has kinetic transference and footloose. So just advanced power boost here, as well as obviously using these big mystic boosts. I can't remember the last time I ever used these sort of boosts either. And all I'm doing here is I want to try and get parry off at the start. That doesn't work. Take a few hits into the block, which gives them a lot of power. First prompt is stun a champion, so that gives them power 2. Here I'm just trying to get up to the special 2 as soon as possible to start controlling the fight power wise. And so now it's Mojo's power locked. I didn't realise just how much power back these boosts would give me with Magic. I didn't actually think she hits this hard. So I'm happy I didn't turn suicides on for this fight like I thought about doing, or else I probably would have been over boosted in terms of how much power it would have given me back. So here, as you can see, Mojo is just going down nice and easy. Here I hold block, or I press block to either parry or to obviously just block a hit, but for some reason I take a full combo. No worries, it's Magic's only fight of the war, and I had Limbo active too, so I just heal it all back. And yeah, as you can see here, nice and easy, Mojo goes down. Move up now onto Path 4, which has this thing on it and then an invisible woman. Not too difficult fights with Quake, but again the war was a little bit close at this point, a little bit too close for comfort. So I decided to put on a invulnerability boost, just to cover my own back, just in case I take a hit, because obviously this is ASR. These are previous war champions. These are rank 3 defenders that if they hit you, they hit hard. So as you can see from normal, Quake fights all sped up. It's only 2 times sadly, but that's the best I can offer at the moment. And yeah, so a relatively simple fight with Quake. Just keep in the corner, Quake and bake, and yeah, things should go down. Luckily, Kabam haven't got to the point of putting true focus on every single node in Alliance War yet. I think it's only a matter of time before they do, but just in the meantime, while they haven't, these fights like this we can still enjoy. Otherwise, people will just be using Falcons and stuff on these fights against Thing, because he just rips them apart nowadays. And Thing's down. Move up to Invisible Woman here. Again, put a few potions in. Other wars, you probably might not see me do that, but I just need to be careful. Again, we're against ASR. We really, really want this win. And yeah, we kind of need it just for us. We never thought we'd be in a chance to be able to get this War Champs. The season's gone quite well for us so far. We've all been playing pretty good. A couple of disconnects have hurt us over the season, but apart from that, it's been quite steady. Maybe that's because of the whole defense bonus things disappearing, so it's just basic champion fights. Maybe, I don't really know. To be honest, most of the defense tactics are pretty useless anyway. And the attacker tactics, obviously, since they've been introduced, no one's ever used any of them, to my knowledge anyway. So, yeah, I don't really know what it is, but this season's just going well for us. So, Invisible Woman's down here. And as you can see, it is very, very close. We've got a nice lead, but there's not very many attacker bonuses left in the war altogether. So here, I go to boost up again. I also put Suicides on in terms of, for Warlock here. So Warlock's only fight of the war. I said that I wasn't really the most confident with this fight, just because Weapon X can have a really annoying AI, where as soon as he goes aggressive, he just stand-up intercepts you, and he's just a little bit of a nightmare. So if you can get the intercept, he's very, very easy. It's just getting that intercept. So as you can see here, I'm getting absolutely manhandled by this Weapon X. I tried to get an intercept off the wall there and hope that would work, but that didn't work. Every time I stood up, he attacked me. Yeah, just unblockable the whole time. So I used to often say, how can people die without doing very much health to people when they're using a 30% boost and they've got invuln boosts on and stuff like that. But as you can see there, if you don't play well, it's actually quite easy. Like I said in the previous bit where I was just talking, if you can get the intercept off on Weapon X, it's a very, very easy fight because he goes hyper aggressive during the rage mode. So I don't even heal up to full just because I want to make sure I've still got my indestructible boost active. I just need to get this intercept. And that first AI was just a little bit too close to me all the time. Didn't really ever back off, didn't give me a chance. Looking back at it in hindsight now, I probably should have tried a few more light attack intercepts. But again, it just didn't work for me, so here we go. They trigger the unblockable, the unstoppable just after he goes unblockable. And I went for an intercept there thinking he was going to lunge in. He didn't. So that's my indestructible boost again. Didn't get the intercept. I need to learn this heavy attack. But here, I noticed from the first fight that as soon as you go to stand up, he's very aggressive in terms of coming back at you. So as you can see here, you can do a lot of backdraft intercepts, especially when you're coming against a Weapon X. And once I've got the intercept, I'm never in doubts. Even with the relatively low health pool that I had, I knew I was fine. I noticed the rage charges here had disappeared, so I just go back to facing him normally with Warlock. And there you go, he dies. So sadly, my first death of the season, probably in the most important war, especially because of this. So there's been a bit of drama going across everything that involves this here. A lot of accusations and things like that were pointed directly to ASR. And I think for most people, that's probably an assumption that they're going to make just because ASR have benefited from this massively. Because obviously now it means that you're going to watch the clip and see it, and you've probably already seen it anyway. But we now end up losing this war because of a disconnection that happens here, and then all 3 attack bonuses just disappearing. At that point, they're then obviously ahead, even at a tie, and because of time, and because of just other things. So yeah, so as you can see here, this guy's doing really well with Venom Pool here. This Human Torch synergy means that it can't be incinerated, so you don't need to worry for that in that phase. Obviously hitting the block in Hazard Shift, you don't get any of the debuffs on you anyway, so that's quite nice. Yeah, there you go. So he's now immune to an incinerate, so they'll attack. Venom Pool nowadays is obviously a big ramp up champion. So once you kind of might have to start slow in a couple of these fights here, but eventually Venom Pool will come good with the damage. So here we go. They're just kind of fighting. They're fighting. I think at some point in the second they get to the special 2, and they drop that, and that does like 10 to 15% damage, I think. So there you can see this like a very, very decent medium attack there, and again the damage for Venom Pool just keeps ramping up. So you can see the bleeds there, look, it's doing very, very good damage. The Parker's down to 60 something percent, I think it is. So the fight's going well. There's still 3 minutes left, there's still plenty of time, and there's a disconnection. I'm not, whatever that language is, I don't speak that language. I don't know. Google Translate can tell me what it wants, but half the time it won't mean anything. They attempt to keep getting back on to the game, and it just never loads. It just keeps giving them other messages. I'll speed this clip up here, but as you can see, they keep trying to log on, and it keeps saying, no, you can't log on, and they keep trying and trying and trying. You can literally see it on the screen right here in the video. So again, no, won't let you log on. So they're still trying. You can see they're actively trying to get back onto the game from a disconnection. Then it doesn't happen anymore, so they close the game down. They load the game back up, and somehow we now have 0 attack bonuses left on this Parker. So it was annoying. We ended up losing the war to ASR, so good job to them. No Alliance really had a great war. Shout out to KT1 who put out a video about it and spoke honestly. Yeah, there was obviously people going to assume it was ASR, but no one has any proof. We're trying to reach out to Kabam and hope that they might look into it or see what can happen, but I'm not very confident. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.